Jesus is telling his disciples he's going to die. The disciples all let Jesus know, we'll never leave you. Jesus says, you're all gonna flee. Peter says, I'll never deny you. And Jesus says, oh yes, you will. And then he takes them to a garden. He takes with him Peter and James and John. And when he goes to the garden, he says, you go stand right there. You sit right there, and would you pray? And he goes a little ways away, and he prays to the Father, Father, if this cup could be taken from me, I ask that it would, but not my will, but yours be done. And he goes back to his brothers, James and Peter and John, and they're sleeping again. He said, couldn't you stay awake and pray with me? Please pray with me. And he goes away and he again says to the Father, Father, could this cup be taken from me? But yet not my will, your will be done. And he goes back to his disciples and they're sleeping again. And he goes, couldn't you stay awake with me? And would you pray? And he goes back a third time, Father, if this cup could be taken from me. And he's sweating drops of blood. Yet not my will, but yours be done. And the Father doesn't say it can be taken away. And he goes back to the disciples, and the disciples, he says to them, man, you guys are sleeping again. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Just a quick takeaway, our flesh does not know how to live the Christian life at all. We need to be in prayer and in the Spirit to be living the Christian life. Once this is done, Jesus sets up his being arrested. The spot that he's in, Judas comes, the soldiers come. When they come to get Jesus, I love John's gospel. And in John's gospel, Jesus turns and they're trying in the dark, figure out exactly who it is. Judas gives a kiss, but it's dark. Jesus turns and goes, who are you looking for? And they say, Jesus of Nazareth. Goes, I am he, and they all fall down. Jesus is setting up his death. He basically helps them get back up. Who are you looking for? Jesus of Nazareth, I am he. He is receiving the cup the Father has for him. He's going to let himself be killed. Jesus has this closing line in John's gospel in this scene. Shall I not drink the cup that the Father has prepared for me? Because Peter's ready to cut off people's ears. In fact, he does cut off an ear, and Jesus puts the ear back on the guy. The guy's name is Malchus. And Jesus' words to Peter is, shall I not drink the cup that the Father has given me? Just a little bit earlier, he's saying, Father, can you take this cup? And the Father says, no. And the cup is, your sins and my sins are going to be laid on Jesus at the cross. And that cannot be taken away if the Father's good plan of your and my salvation is to happen. And Jesus is now willingly walking into it, knowing that it's going to cost everything. And he is, for the first time in eternity, going to be separated from the Father for you and for me. Glory be to God. It's time to follow him, be grateful to him, live for him, and walk in the Spirit. God be with you.